I have, thanks Dave, yeah. Okay.
To the fourth today's fixture against Reading. A reminder that all kiosks and bars around the stadium only accepting cashless methods of payment. However, the Clark store is accepting both cash and card. I've got today's team news and I've got to Reading line up as follows. Number 1, Joe Lovely. Number 3,
he will.
Number 5, Tom McIntyre. Number 8, Jeff Hendrick. Number 10, Tom Inch. Number 11,
So can they still enter?
12,
Because it says on the piece.
If I say like on the Prematch, say yes, it says there like up until half time to enter the competition. Don't want to put it in and be like, oh, it's join now. Announcing at half time.
Yes, yeah, go on.
For the Clarets this afternoon in goal, number 49, Murich. Number 5, Taylor.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Just off for the minute.
Number 3, Charlie Taylor. Number 6, CJ Egan Riley. Number 10, Ashley Barnes. Number 17, Manuel Benson. Number 22, Coutinho. And number 30 is Hannah Dervish-Lock.
On his Burnley debut. This is Pre-Match Live. Good afternoon and welcome to Turf Moor. We're right here up until kick-off, where you can switch over to Clarets Plus for full audio commentary, or you can watch today's game by purchasing a match pass for £10, available in selected territories around the globe. Simply go to burnleyfc.com/packages. Pleased to say, alongside me today, Liam Waddington, Anass Vizeh. Let's have a look at Vizeh.
Hello lads, your local neighbourhood Burnley fan here. We're back again with another video.
Shot. Oh, he needed that! What a goal that is! Brighton 0, Burnley 2.
Kiss my Jackie, gentlemen.
What a finish! No, let's see the replay.
Burnley, I think, is one of the most exciting projects in England right now. Hello and welcome.
Fantastic stuff. Some grill clips there, Vizeh. Welcome to Turf Moor. How are you?
I'm doing great, pal. How are you?
Yes, good. Really good. And you know, the season's going quite well, isn't it?
Oh, I think it's exceeding all expectations, considering the transition that, you know, the mammoth challenge that the board and the squad has had since the summer. It's gone absolutely all to plan, and long may it continue.
The turnaround's been incredible, hasn't it? And to become a passing side almost overnight is sensational.
Oh yes, I mean, it's one of the most talked about transitions in English football right now, considering that first game away at Huddersfield, how fast it has all all seem to come together, and it's still such a young squad and a new squad still forming relationships. It's so exciting to think what it can still become in a couple of months' time.
There was a bit of a gasp, wasn't there, at half-time at Huddersfield, what we'd done in that first half.
Yes.
I mean, it's moved on since then, but a transformation like no other, I think.
Well, you can look at all the stats you want. You can look at all possession stats and passing stats and where they're passing and the distribution at the back, and you can look at all of these. But when you are at the game and you're watching it all unfold, it's all about the energy that you sense, not just on the pitch but also in the stands. There's a real excitement at the club right now, and that's why any fan that goes to games home and away, once full time is done, you cannot wait to get back to the next one.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It has been fantastic. Team news today: Burnley against Reading, 2 changes. In come Bastian and Roberts. Jack Cork is suspended, and Vitinho is on the bench. So Burnley, Muric in goal, Roberts at right back, Matson at left back, Arwood Bellis and Baer in the centre. Holding roles today for Bastian and Brownhill. Ahead of them, Goodmanson, Teller, Zaroury, with top scorer Rodriguez through the middle. Burnley bench: Peacock Farrell, birthday boy today, Charlie Taylor, CJ Egan-Riley, Ashley Barnes, Manuel Benson, Vitinho, as we mentioned, and Alil Dervisoglu did so well coming on late in the game. For Reading, I think they've gone with a sort of defensive side. It'll be Mate up front with Ince, I think, playing off him. Joe Lumley is the keeper. Mabenge, Holmes, McIntyre at the back. They play 3 centre-backs. Skipper Yardon will play right wing-back. Rahman, who's on loan from Chelsea, left wing-back. Ajaria, Loom and Hendrick. Jeff Hendrick, of course, former Claret in the centre. Ince playing off Mate. Their bench: Buzanis, Australian keeper. Andy Carroll, we know all about him. Shane Long, Lucas Shaw, Nestor Guinness-Walker, Tyrese Forner, and the former Blackburn player Junior Hoylett. That gets you bang up to date with all the team news. We'll come back to that in a little while. A big win on Tuesday, I thought, Vizeh.
Oh, absolutely massive. It's a on in the future, no matter where we are by the end of the year, and you will look back on with great memories. And it feels like this week is a very important week, because you go from the game from Norwich and the game to Sunderland, and we feel like this is a massive turning point towards the rest of the year. We've got 2 home games on a bounce now, and we need to make sure we can keep this form going and hopefully make it count.
Yeah, absolutely. How cool was Jay Rodriguez with that penalty finish?
Oh, sensational finish. Absolutely no chance. Even if the keeper was in the centre of the goal, I still feel like he still couldn't save it. It was right top of the net, absolute power position, and when any Burnley player scores, it's always a big moment, but there's something about when J-Rod scores, Burnley-born boy through the academy, it's always very special when he scores.
Do you think Norwich should be up there, so it makes it sort of extra special, doesn't it?
Oh yes, I mean, I think right now they're going through a bit of poor form, and who doesn't in this league, and they have their current slump. We may have ours at any time this season, but as of right now, we're keeping it up, and hopefully that it may continue that way.
Yeah, let's have a look at that game. Burnley 1, Norwich City 0. Tuesday night here at Turf Moor took Burnley to the top. Let's have a look at the highlights. Great skill from the Brazilian. What's he got ahead of him? Just uses Teller. Zaroury's free. Teller taking men on here, looking to have a shot. Oh, what a good effort that was. I think it's a save from Gunn. Fantastic from Teller. Here's Teller. Looking for Zaroury. It's a great ball. Zaroury can take it down. He's one-on-one with Aarons. Man ahead of him here, coming inside on his right foot. It's it well. Oh, it was nearly a repeat of Saturday. Men running off him. I think he fancied the shot right-footed. Goodmanson gets the better of McCallum. Gun on the outside now. Needs to get the right ball into the middle here. Looking for Rodriguez. Might fall for Brownhill. Trying to get on his right foot. Wide of the target. Rodriguez tried to help it on with his head, and he was Brownhill with the effort, wide in the end. In the box now, Benson, and to the middle. That's a penalty. He's given it against Grant Hanley, I think. Arms were raised. Chance here for Burnley. Rodriguez with it. And scores! High down the middle, and Burnley lead. 50th league goal for Jay Rodriguez for Burnley, and it's a big one. Great skill from Arwood Bellis. Picks out Zaroury. Zaroury looking early here. It's a good ball for Dervisoglu. Into the box now for the Turk. Looking for fancy footwork. Can he hook it back here? He can't. Oh, it's wide of the target from Benson. Sardley did well. Maybe he should score there, shouldn't he? Comes inside Benson a little bit too easily, perhaps. Burnley can't win that. Pukki to take it on. Chance here, big chance for Pukki. Oh, what a save, Nuric. What a save for Nuric. What a save that looks to deny Pukki. Big moment in the game.
Massive. He's had nothing to do all game, has he? That's what you want your goalie to do. It's a fantastic save.
Great save, isn't it? Yeah, Vizeh, what a big save that was from Maro Muric right at the end.
Oh, he absolutely needs moments like that. For a goalkeeper, it's all about consistency, all about confidence, and that would do him the world of good.
Yeah, I mean, it's key, wasn't it? You know, they were banking on that one chance almost, and he's produced a top-class save.
It was fantastic work on Pukki, you know, that's what we expect from him, and it took us one little half chance, and he turned beautifully, went through on goal, and everyone in the entire stadium thought, oh, not again. And Muric, he steps up, he knew exactly where he was going to go, he read it fantastically, and that, again, could be a big moment that we look back on later on in the season and think that is a turning point, and for him as well.
Yeah, we'll miss Jack Court today, won't we? 5 yellow cards, he misses today's game on suspension. He's been magnificent.
Oh, absolutely. He's the composed figure in midfield, that he's got the experience and everyone in the team knows what he's going to do, and the entire team, they all know what their jobs are, but Jack Cork, he's been there, he's done that, and he's a quite clearly respected member of the team. And in terms of the yellow cards, I mean, it's just part of the package. If you're a midfielder, you've got to go and, you know, just break up play, and that sometimes
it's going to be difficult, isn't it, to avoid 5 yellow cards in 19 games.
In his role as well, where he's just there just to purely break up play. It's part of the job.
Yeah, you think the back six, they're going to struggle to avoid 5 yellow cards somehow, aren't they? And the news is Brownhill's on 4, Harwood Bellis is on 3. Harwood Bellis would need to be booked in the next 2 games to miss a game. Obviously Brownhill needs to avoid a booking in either game to miss the ban, so fingers crossed on them. You were saying Harwood Bellis impresses you?
Oh yes, as a centre-back, the composure that he has is absolutely incredible. I've never had so much faith when a centre-back has a ball that he's able to pick up a pass so consistently. When he steps into midfield, he's probably the best passer in the team at times. Honestly, it feels like he's got so much confidence just to ping it 40 yards to pinpoint precision all the time, and he backs himself. It's all about confidence, and that's what he and the rest of him has.
If they hold off him, it benefits us, doesn't it? If they stop pressing and Harwood Bellis has time on the ball, that helps us.
Oh yeah, he could break through lines, and you know, there's progress 30 yards up the pitch just by him just having a confidence, and a know-how, just to go and just pass it to the right players.
And keeping J-Rod fit is going to be crucial, isn't it?
Oh yes, I mean 8 goals so far this season, and we all knew what he could do this division. We all know his qualities, and for me, he's a perfect championship, centre forward. He can hold it up, he can pass it off. He's also got the aerial ability. He's got the experience as well, and he's not too slow either. He's a perfect championship centre forward, and with him in the team, it feels like it all comes together more. But the thing is about this squad, we've got fantastic depth. So no matter if Cork's out today, we've got Bastion that can go and fill in that slot, and I've got absolutely no concerns. We've got fantastic preparation for the season.
It is Cork and Cullen out, so it's a little bit different today, isn't it? Brownhill has to drop probably into an anchor role.
But we've seen that before in previous years. He's gone through that before in a high division, so it's not like it's his first experience in that kind of role. And Bastion, I'm really looking forward to seeing how he could do today. That he can have a bit more freedom. I feel like he's got a lot to offer as well.
I think so. Yeah, we saw him in the early weeks of the season, bit part since then. So it'll be interesting. 50th league goal as well for Jay Rodriguez, that penalty. He's been fantastic.
I swear he scored more.
He's 70 career. 70 career. So he's got a lot in cups. 50 in the league. It could be one of his most important.
Absolutely, but you feel like with this year there's going to be even more. Each goal is going to score until the end of the year will be even more important. If it's Norwich last week, if it's today, if it's against Blackburn in 2 weeks' time, that'll be sensational. There's tons of games to go, and you feel like each game he plays, each goal he scores will be even more important than the next.
You've got a competition for us, I think.
Absolutely. That me and alongside Burnley Football Club has been in the last week doing a promotion, doing a giveaway, and in partnership with the club and with the Burnley FC esports team, we are giving away 2 copies of FIFA 23, which has been kindly signed by the man himself, Vincent Kompany, on both Xbox and also on PlayStation. So you can still enter into the giveaway right now. We will announce it at half time. So if you can join us at half-time to go and see if you can win it, then join us alongside then. If not, then of course we'll be promoting it on the socials for the winners. So make sure to join us at half-time, and best of luck, because you can still join in now.
And that's on Burnley FC's Esports channel, isn't it?
Yes, make sure to
just give us that address.
Yes, make sure to follow the Twitter account, which is @eBurnleyFC on Twitter. Make sure to retweet the post and also give the account a follow. You must be followed to the esports Twitter account to enter. So make sure to do so.
Brilliant.
And best of luck.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, Vizeh. Vincent Kompany. He just keeps on impressing everybody, doesn't he?
He's everything that he does. I can't take my eyes off it. If it's in press conferences, if it's in everything that he does it with such composure, he's got this aura around him he brings people in, players, pundits, whoever else. Everyone cannot get enough of him.
It's a major coup, isn't it, for Burnley to bring Vincent Kompany here? I mean, he's a young manager on the up. It's been a fantastic appointment.
Oh yes, and of course that comes with an element of risk, because it's his first job in England, and the thing is, that's the thing that the board has done so well, that most decisions that they've made, or to be fair, depends on how you see it, has all come together really well, that everything you feel like is taking steps in the right direction for the football club. If it's the stadium, I mean, it's absolutely remarkable, the stadium nowadays. Everything looks like it's taking steps in the right direction for the football club, and with Vincent Kompany, same as the taking steps in the right direction for the entire football club, because guess what? We've got all these new players here, fans across the world now taking much more of an interest in Burnley Football Club, and it can only be better.
The recruitment looks A1, doesn't it? I mean, looks to have been some fantastic signings that have adapted well to the formation that Vinny's playing.
Oh yeah, I don't envy being part of the media team, because they must have been under so much work in the summer. One of the most incredible summers as a Burnley fan.
The reveals were absolutely magnificent, weren't they?
I even had my dad, and he's not even a football fan, but even he sent me a picture of, I believe, the Nathan Teller one, saying, "Have you seen this?" I was like, "Yes, I have, Dad," and even he loved it.
You can't remember the Generation game. That's well before your time, isn't it? But
yeah, when I saw that, I had to do a bit of research on that one.
16 over a couple of month period. Fantastic effort. And we brought some great players in. Some talented young players as well, that you can see them, and they're already performing now, like the likes of Anass Zaroury, already popping up with some moments, and you can see his quality right there and seeing why he was brought to Football Club. And there's so many others as well that I feel like with time will also get the opportunity, like Bastian today, for example, Benson, who's been fantastic on the bench, and every single player will get their job this year and will be fantastic, because it's a long season, so many games to play. Let's hear from the man himself. He did a press conference on Thursday ahead of today's game. Let's listen to Vincent Kompany.
The visit of Reading on Saturday is the first of 5 games, and I think a crazy 16-day schedule. Have you set the players either a points or a league position target up to the Championship stopping and the World Cup starting? Is that something you've looked at?
I think I was very clear about making sure we are in and amongst, I would say, the top 6 by the time that the World Cup is on. And I didn't know whether it would be 2 or 3 points inside the top 6 or 2 or 3 points outside the top 6. But the main thing for me is to be in amongst it, because I think the team's got still lots of improvement ahead. But I think we are where we are now, and we just try and win the next game, and then we'll see where we are then.
And Jay Rodriguez, 8 goals in 13 starts in the Championship, Vincent, but you've had the likes of Nathan Teller, Josh Brownell also stepping up, sharing that goal responsibility. How important is that?
Yeah, I want the goals to be shared amongst the squad. For me, that's important. And everybody's chipped in, but J-Rod's a special player. He's a player that no doubt, if he wouldn't have been for his injuries, he would have played in a top 4, top 6 club in England. So that quality never goes, and he's fit. So I think he's happy as well.
No midweek game for Reading, so they arrive fresh to Turf Moor on Saturday. Vincent, what are you expecting from them?
They'll have the energy to be compact, and it's a team who defends very well. And a team that's got experienced players who are able to decide a game at any given time. That's why they've really done well this season, and I'm sure the manager will have prepared them really well for this game.
Interesting that, isn't it, Vizeh, when he talks about Jay Rodriguez could have played for the top 4, top 6 without that major injury.
I mean, I don't think he's wrong with that, because before his injury, he's a England captain international, was absolutely flying at Southampton. I think every single Burnley fan always kept tabs on him back then, because we were so proud to see how far he's come. Seeing him come through our academy. That I don't think he's too wrong in saying that, because he has some fantastic qualities. He's quite tall as well. He's taller than you would expect, and he has some fantastic pace. So, yeah, he's a fantastic player, and we're so happy to have him back right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Second spell, of course, 50 league goals for Burnley, 70 in all competitions, of course. You mentioned Anass Zaroury, a young Belgian lad, just 21, playing on the left wing, scored at Sunderland, in effect the winner to make it 3-2. He looks a real player.
With wingers especially, it's all about confidence, and for a young player like him, all it takes is that one chance, that one moment to, even just like a step over, gets past one man. All that is what it takes to feel like you're at home with the squad. And against Norwich, especially in that first half, he was just having fun, and that is just a pleasure to see. Looks a real player, doesn't he? Let's have a look at Anass Zaroury's match moments from the Norwich game. Zaroury can take it down. He's one-on-one with Aarons. Men ahead of him here, coming inside on his right foot. It's it well. Oh, it was nearly a repeat of Saturday. Zaroury again up against Aarons, overlap from Maatsen. Is he going to use him back here and on again for Zaroury? Zaroury now gets the better of his man towards the byline. Just another bit of magic, wasn't it? He'll collect it against Aarons again now, one-on-one. Comes inside, then on the outside. Has he beaten his man again? He has. Left-hand side, Zaroury. Oh, he's beaten Aarons there, he's going in the book.
That's fantastic bit of skill on the byline, right through his legs.
Chase for Zaroury. He's got the better of his man here, and he's driving at Tomkinson now. Zaroury, has he got some support? Looks for Goodmanson. Zaroury, now this is where Burnley want the ball, I think. Zaroury against Sargent, comes inside nicely, looking towards the back post for Goodmanson, he's found him. Opportunity for Norwich. Here's Aarons against Zaroury coming forward. Zaroury's got back at him, got good pace. Anass Zaroury needs a bit of support here. He's got it off Howard Bellis. He can run at Aarons. He's got a man on the outside. Fancy footwork, uses Brownhill. Zaroury against Aarons now. This is what Burnley wanted. Going on the outside. Going to be another corner. Burnley get the 3 points. They go back to the top of the championship tonight. It's finished Burnley 1, Norwich City 0. That's a fantastic clip, isn't it, of 2 great minutes from Anass Zaroury. He's going to be a crowd favourite, I think. Oh yes, every time he gets the ball on that left-hand side, you can sense it in the stands that everyone has full belief that he can take a man on and inspire a moment of magic, and just everyone's saying, go on, get in, and it's fantastic to see, because there's a real magic feeling at Turf right now, and hopefully today is the same. Absolutely. Now, when we talk Burnley Reading, everybody goes back to the 2009 playoff semi-finals. Yes. Let's have a look at some classic highlights. Reading against Burnley from 2009. Let's have a look at that game.
Win well, and that equals Wembley. Marek Matejowski, the Czech international for Reading, turned into trouble. Win well, and that equals Wembley. Marek Matejowski, the Czech international for Reading, turned into trouble. Thompson got the touch past Dubry. Now Patterson. A lot of space for Patterson to run into. He's going to take it on there. Oh, goodness me! What a goal from Patterson! If that is to be the one that takes them
And Hanneman is just absolutely mortified. Could get nowhere near it. It was that good a strike. There didn't look any real danger on. You see the number of striped shirts getting back, you think they're going to be in charge. They all back off. Look how far they let him run. And look at that for a strike. That is absolute perfection.
Needs to make sure he doesn't get caught up in all the emotion that's flowing around here at the Medeski Stadium.
Burnley need to do nothing. They just need to just go away. Don't go to the referee. Don't be silly.
Thompson takes a swing. Oh, they've done it again. Another wonder goal, and Reading are brought to their knees by another moment of brilliance from Burnley. This time it's Stephen Thompson, and this time they can surely book those Wembley tickets.
Well, we thought the first was fantastic, and it was. Probably not quite as good as the first one, but still a wonderful strike. It dips and just goes over the top of Hanneman. It's a long ball. Again, doesn't look a great deal of danger. There, just takes it with his left foot, dips over Hanneman, underside of the bar, and another wonderful strike.
Still prowling and patrolling the touchline, Owen Coyle, but his boys have done it. Their marathon season has one final step. They are Wembley-bound, Burnley. 2 moments of sheer quality from the men in claret here at the Medeski tonight have booked that Wembley date. A run and a blast from Patterson, a lob and a flourish from Thompson, and that was enough on the night to secure Burnley's passage and steamroller their way over Reading, who really took the fight to them in the first half, but in the end, 2 blows that there was no way to pick themselves up from. Well, what a season it has been for Burnley. So many people predicting from so long ago that they would run out of steam. Well, they haven't. They've saved the best till last in many ways.
Fantastic memories, that win at Reading to go to Wembley in 2009. We always think of that game as soon as Burnley Reading comes up.
I still get goosebumps now. I remember my brother, he used my season ticket to get his friend a ticket in the away for that night, and I'll still use that to this day. I was watching at home with a friend of mine, and when full time went, just me and him was just running down the street screaming, saying, "We're going to Wembley! We're going to," and like that was such a big thing for us back in those days. Like,
absolutely.
The idea of Burnley go to Wembley was such a special moment.
61 games that season, it was incredible. Welcome to those fans joining us on Clarets Plus for audio commentary, and international fans joining us for the live video stream. With me is Vizeh, Liam Warburton. Good to see you. Good to see you back.
Absolutely honest.
You'll have good memories of the win at Brighton.
Oh yes, I'm surprised to be back on, because I think I screamed your ears off that day. So hopefully today it's a bit more, hopefully routine, but you never know.
Well, no, I think Reading will be a strong side. You can take nothing for granted.
Oh yeah,
in this
they could tear at our heartstrings at any moment. Reading seems to be a bit of an awkward side sometimes for us. I remember back in 15-16, I think we lost 2-1. That was very early.
We did here 2-1, yeah, 0-0 at the Medeski. So they were one of the sides we didn't beat in our championship.
Only 5 losses that entire year as well. So they're always going to be sometimes a bit of a thorn in our side, but hopefully today.
This is Pre-Match Live. We'll be here right up until kick-off, where you can switch over for audio commentary or can watch today's game by purchasing a match pass for £10. That's in selected countries around the globe. Simply go to burnleyfc.com/packages. Let me update you with the team news. 2 changes for Burnley. In come Bastian and Roberts. Jack Cork is suspended. Remember, Vitinho reverts to the bench. Aaron Muric in goal. Connor Roberts at right back. Ian Matson at left back. Taylor Harwood-Bellis and Jordan Bear in the centre. Holding roles for Samuel Bastian and Josh Brownhill. Slightly deeper today, I think, the skipper Josh Brownhill. Johan Berg Gudmundsson, Nathan Teller and Anass Zaroury ahead of them, with top scorer Jay Rodriguez through the middle. Burnley bench. Birthday boy Bailey Peacock-Farrell, Charlie Taylor, CJ Egan-Riley, Ashley Barnes, Manuel Benson, who's done well in recent games, Vitinho and Alal Dervisoglu. For the visitors, Reading, they've also made 2 changes. Skipper Andy Yeardon was always going to come back in after suspension, and the former Liverpool player Ovie Ejaria comes in too. We're thinking 3-5-1-1. Joel Lumley in goal. Mabenge, Holmes, McIntyre are the 3 at the back. Yeardon will play right wing back. Rahman left wing back. The 3 central midfielders, Ejaria, Mamadou Loum, who scored last week against Bristol City, and former Claret Jeff Hendrick. Did really well at Burnley, 10 goals and 139 appearances for the Clarets. We think Tom Ince, son of manager Paul, will play off Yacoub Meite. On the bench, Bazanis, Australian keeper, Andy Carroll, know him of course from his Newcastle Liverpool days, Shane Long, Lucas Shaw, Nestor Guinness-Walker, Tyrese Forner, and the former Blackburn player Junior Hoylett. Our referee today is Jeremy Simpson. So that catches you up with all the team news. Vizeh's alongside me for this one. And tell us what you're up to. You're back in England, living in England, I think.
Oh yes, living over in the Liverpool area, and I mean, I'm just very happy to be back here, just for the fact I can go to games. It's one thing I've really missed, being abroad. So being back, I've made sure I go to every single game. I went to Sunderland, of course, last week.
Yeah.
What a game to go to.
Yeah, it was a game of 2 halves, wasn't it? If ever the cliche applies, it does there.
I mean, it was a fantastic day, but I really hope that they don't put me through that again.
Yeah,
I think most Burnley fans did not appreciate that.
No, that first 45 minutes, probably as poor as we've played.
I would say that I think it's something they did really well.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did.
They set up really well.
Yeah, that's fair to say, I think. Yeah.
And with our, with our team, I feel like sometimes, I mean, they have their off day, and fortunately for us, it was an off half basically. So we got back into it in the second half, and for all the fans that went, I think 2,800 away fans. I think first away win since 1979, I believe.
Yeah.
What a day for it.
Yeah, first ever win at the Stadium of Light was something, wasn't it? And I thought second half, as soon as Tell had scored, we were getting back in the game.
You sensed it. From where we were in the way end, up in the God somewhere. We had no idea who scored. We didn't care who scored. And everyone, when they were up for it, all chants was all ringing around that side of the ground. And it's a day for every single Burnley fan there that day to remember.
Aye, good news last night as well. Queen's Park Rangers lost 2-0 at Birmingham City. Back to that in a minute. It's finished earlier today. Bristol City won, Swansea won. Swansea had won 6 of their last 7 games. The only defeat in that run was here by 4 goals to 0. And Sheffield United are back to form. They've won at West Brom by 2 goals to 0. I've got to say, I was quite impressed with Birmingham.
Yes, I think that come the end of the year, they could be potentially up there in the top 6, because I feel like this year it's so competitive. Literally anyone can beat anyone, so it's a fantastic league. I think even though getting relegated, everyone was gutted, but there's something special about a championship, because there's so many games coming thick and fast on Tuesday, Saturday, and especially if you're in good form, you just cannot get enough.
Yeah, you say anybody can beat anybody, but that figure of just 1 defeat, and that was a bit unfortunate at Watford, tells you something about Burnley this season.
Oh yeah, we seem to be the outlier right now.
Yes,
and I believe that would make it 1 loss in the last, I believe it's in the 50s, like 58 games, going alongside the Sean Dyche 15-16 season as well. So we've got...
It's 1 in 40, Vizeh. It's 1 in 40.
1 in 40?
Yeah, 23 against 17.
So I guess it's exciting.
Yeah, get a bit excited there.
But it just shows how well, because especially considering the team that we have, very new to the team, new style, new everything.
Absolutely.
Only 1 loss is fantastic.
And I thought they were decent at Watford. You've had a keeper there who's had a worldie, haven't you, to deny Josh Brownhill alone?
Yeah, so last 5-10 minutes of the game,
it was frantic, wasn't it?
Yeah, you just kind of wonder how do we come out with a loss. But Watford away, it's a very tough place to go to. So sometimes you take them at times, and you learn from it, and that's what we've done.
Tell us once again about the competition, if you would.
Yes, of course. So from earlier, if you haven't seen, myself and Burnley Football Club and the esports team is doing a promotion and giveaway for you guys. That's a signed copy of FIFA 23 on PlayStation and on Xbox, signed by the man himself, Vincent Kompany. You can go and still vote and enter into this giveaway right now. Make sure to go and follow the Burnley FC Twitter account. That's at eBurnleyFC. Make sure to go and follow that account, and also retweet in the post to enter into the giveaway, and you can win this, and we'll be announcing the winners at half time, so feel free and join us then.
And with that sign, there's a possibility people might not open that. Keep it for posterity, I think. With the signature on it.
Yeah, I'm making sure. It's absolutely beautiful, and of course at half-time they'll be announced, and if you can't see it by then at all the socials it'll be announced.
Yeah, we'll be announcing that on there, just minutes away from the teams coming out. I mean, the atmosphere this season has been exceptional here, hasn't it?
There's a real buzz on the place. Attendances has been fantastic, especially considering where we are, and the longer it goes, the more buzz it gains, and it's all a snowball effect, isn't it?
Yeah, and away from home, the following's been exceptional, hasn't it?
Very good.
I remember the day at Cardiff when there was a national rail strike, and the noise still was absolutely magnificent. Wherever we've gone, the fans have followed.
There's a real belief in the squad right now. There's a real belief in wherever we go, home or away, that we can still get 3 points. I don't think there's a single ground in the Championship that we aren't believing that we can get something out of it.
Yeah. I mean, somebody might just say, well, hang on a minute, you've not played too many of the top 8 yet. Reading are in the top 8. We did beat Norwich on Tuesday. Maybe that's tests to come, isn't it?
Potentially, yes. But of course, from what we've seen this year, again, a team in QPR last night, they can lose to a team mid-table, and where teams are in the league, in 2-3 months' time, they may not be there. So right now, teams are top 6, but that could very, very change. They can change very fast in this league. You can lose 3 in a row, and you could go from 6th to 15th.
I mean, this is unique as well because there's a 4-week break with the World Cup. I mean, this is a season like no other. How do you, if you're Vincent Kompany, you're cramming so many fixtures in, you've just got to keep them going, haven't you, somehow?
Yeah, and fortunately for us, and by fantastic work by the board, we've set up our squad well that there is almost 2 in every single position. That if one player does get a knock, that someone else already knows their job, it can fill in, and that's happened multiple times this year. Today, another example, Bastin will go in place. I mean, we saw in midfield Brownell go a bit deeper because Cullen was out. So we've seen that many times, and it's still kept going well for us.
And players to come back from injury as well. I mean, Cherlinoff impressed at West Brom before his injury. We'll love to see Scott Twine when he's back after his injury, and Ashley Westwood on the way back.
They've all got something to offer. Westwood,
absolutely,
I think people almost forget that he's almost here at times because he's been out for so long, but he'll be a real impact into the side because he's got some fantastic
They're 3 big assets, aren't they, to come?
Yes.
I mean, it's a cliche, they're like 3 new signings, won't it?
I think they will be, and potentially they could be back, maybe after the World Cup break. We'll have to find out, but when they do come, they've all got something to offer.
They have. You're absolutely right. Scott Twine had a season last year in League One, just an exceptional season. If he can take that into the Championship, he will be some player.
There's so much buzz around him, and there's so much talk about it because everyone knows what he can do, and when he does get on the pitch, hopefully by then he can show us what he's made of.
Yeah, for that push. I remember in 15-16, we got stronger as the season went on, and you want that again almost this time, don't you?
It was same back in the 13-14 season, same back in 15-16, that no one actually really believed in us other than us. We knew what we were capable of, but I think most teams kind of saw maybe the names on our lineup and thought, they won't keep this form up, and we kept on proving people wrong time and time again. And this year, it feels a bit different. I think there's a lot more expectation this time round.
Yes,
and that comes a new challenge.
Yeah, 15-16, a little bit different to 13-14 because we were favourites for relegation in that first promotion season.
So no one believed in us.
No, they didn't, and we were perhaps a bit fortunate with injuries and suspensions, but we just kept on going. That's the Burnley way. Always get your head down and start moving forward, and that is something that's been ingrained to this club for many years now, and fortunately it's still going, and fantastic work by the board and the rest of the club for keeping not just that foundation in set, but also bringing a new style to it as well, a bit more, there's a few more talented players in the squad, and I can't wait for it. Yeah, here come the teams. Burnley, of course, in claret and blue, traditional blue and white hoops for Reading. And here are your sides. Aaron Muric in goal for Burnley. Connor Roberts at right back. Ian Matson at left back. Taylor Harwood-Bellis, Jordan Bear in the centre. Josh Brownhill is skipper today. He's in a holding role alongside Samuel Bastian. Ahead of them, Johan Berg-Gudmundsson, Nathan Teller and Anass Zaroury. Top scorer Jay Rodriguez up top. On the bench, Bailey Peacock-Farrell, Charlie Taylor, CJ Egan-Riley, Ashley Barnes, Manuel Benson, Coutinho, Halal Dervisoglu. For the visitors, Joe Lumley in goal, a back 3 of Amadou Salif Mbengo, Tom Holmes, Tom McIntyre. Wing-backs Andy Yerdam, the skipper, at right side. Baba Rahman on loan from Chelsea, left side. Central three, Ovia Jaria, Mamadou Loom and Jeff Hendrick. Former Claret, 10 goals and 139 appearances for Burnley. Sean Dyche signing from Derby. Tom Ince, we think, will play off Ivory Coast international Yakou Meite. On the bench for the visitors, Bizanis, the reserve keeper. Andy Carroll, know all about him, know all about Shane Long. He scored 5 times against Burnley for Reading in the past. Lucas Shaw, Nestor Guinness Walker, Tyrese Forner, and the former Blackburn winger, Junior Hoylett. Jeremy Simpson is our referee. Anthony Backhouse, the 4th official. If you're watching on social media, thanks for joining us on Pre-Match Live. You can now switch over to Clarets Plus on our official app or website for live audio commentary, or you can watch today's game for just £10 in selected countries. Simply go to burnleyfc.com/packages to purchase a match pass. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon. Rotherham at home on Wednesday. Until then, it's goodbye from me. So